Hi, our project is called Wrappy, which is basically a stripe for any API. So here we have a diagram of our architecture. Uh, so any developer who has an API might want to monetize access from other users to his endpoints. So here we have a potential user who wants to get access from this API.
So here it is the rough implementation of X402 protocol that we have. First, the user sends the request to the server, and this request is typically without the X payment header, which we expect. Then the server, so our proxy, sends the 402 error response with the payment requirement specification. The user parses it, understands it, and then it generates the EIP712 payload for the user to sign it. User signs it, then it embeds the signature into the payment payload and encodes it with a base 64, and then puts it into the X payment header, which is then sent back to our proxy. And now our proxy can understand it and use this signature to transfer tokens from the user's wallet to the server developer wallet. They approve the request, and then they go back to your server via API, get the data, and give it back to the user.
So here we have an example of a fast API server which the developer developed. In the specs folder, we store the Open API JSON, which describes all the endpoints this API has. And we use this Open API JSON file to generate the proxy gateway around it. So here is the server running. Here is the Docker image which runs the proxy around the user server. And we developed easy-to-use AI for developer to set up prices for all of the endpoints. So
this is the user interface.
So here it is. Basically, our developer has 3 endpoints: hello, paid resource, public.health. The hello endpoint is already configured to accept this amount of USDC. And now let's make the paid resource endpoint charge users as well. So we click here, we set the price that we want to charge for every request, and we save it here. So now we have 2 paid endpoints and 1 free endpoints. And the user who wants to access data from this API, we developed a Swagger for him to better understand how we developed X402 architecture, and to understand what he needs to do from the moment of getting X402 error with basically invoice to generating the correct header, sending it to the API again to our proxy, so that our proxy verifies it in the middleware, and on successful verification returns the actual data.
So here we can run through some of the examples. This is actually using our SDK that we developed and deployed to NPM, which everyone can download and use it. So here we make a call without the payment, and we receive the 402 error. Then we generate the payload based on the specification provided. Now we need to
connect our wallet, and we get the EIP712 payload, which gives us the domain in our custom token, which we developed, that supports EIP 309 standard. The types, primary type transfer with authorization, and basically the payload itself with fields from, to, value, expiration window, and the unique ID. Now we can sign it using our wallet. So by pressing this button, the MetaMask pops up, and we actually confirm this payload, and we get the signature. Then we encode this signature using the base 64 standards as well as the payload itself. And we get this header, and then we use this header to send the actual proper request to the proxy.
And we put this base64 encoded header into X payment header, so the server can recognize that we signed the payment, parse it, and send us the actual data. And here we can
now, the proxy verified it and returned us the data. So hello from the API server. Thank you.
Thank you.